A long time ago, a father called his 5 sons together. He loved them deeply, and before his time came, he decided to divide his land equally among them. Each son received 2 hectares, a gift meant to secure their future. As the years passed, life began to take different paths. Some of the sons left for the city, chasing opportunities and a better life. Among them was Peter, who left his land behind, trusting that one day he would return. Back in the village, his brother John remained. One day, John approached Peter with a humble request. He asked if he could use Peter's land while he was away. Peter looked at his brother, and because of love and trust, he agreed. But he spoke carefully. "You can use it, my brother, but the day I return, I will need my land." John accepted without hesitation, and soon he began to work on the land. He started by planting trees, small, fragile seedlings pressed gently into the soil. At first, it seemed like a simple use of the land, but as time passed, the rains came, the sun shone, and the trees began to grow. Slowly, quietly, the land began to change. What started as a few small plants turned into rows of growing trees, and as the years went by, those trees grew taller, stronger, and spread further across the land. Before long, the small project had become something much bigger. The trees had expanded, covering more land than what was originally agreed. What was once open ground was now becoming a forest. As the trees continued to grow, the village began to notice. In a place that was once dry and bare, now stood a thriving forest. People spoke about it, and soon the authorities came. John was recognized for his efforts. He was praised for planting trees and bringing life back to the land. What began as a simple favor had now become something admired by many. Years passed. Time moved on. And far away in the city, Peter grew older. Eventually the day came when he returned home. But what he found was not the land he had left behind. Before him stood a forest, tall, wide, and unfamiliar. Confused and troubled, Peter went to his brother. "Why have you planted trees all over my land?" he asked. But what began as a question quickly turned into an argument. Voices rose. Anger grew, and the bond between brothers began to break. The matter was taken to the village elders. They listened carefully, hoping to bring peace. But this time, no solution could be found. So the case was taken further, to the police, and then to the courts. There the truth was examined. The land had always belonged to Peter, and so the court ruled in his favor. Peter had the right to take back his land. But the story did not end there. Filled with frustration, Peter made a decision. He would remove the trees, all of them. Thousands of trees, grown over many years, now stood in danger. But before anything could happen, authorities arrived. Forestry officials stepped in and gave a serious warning. Cutting down those trees could lead to imprisonment because the trees were protected. And just like that, everything changed again. The land belonged to Peter, but the trees could not simply be destroyed. What started as trust had turned into conflict. What was once a simple agreement had become a complicated battle between ownership, effort, and the law. In the end, both brothers were left facing a difficult truth, a lesson learned the hard way. Because in life, not everything is as simple as it seems. Sometimes, what we allow can grow beyond our control, and sometimes, what we build may not fully belong to us. So remember, trust is important, but clarity is even more important. Put your agreements in writing. Respect both the land and what is built on it, because in the end, the cost of misunderstanding can be very high.